Let's talk a little bit of maybe the ships of the line and sailing here. So this is the age of sail. So you have wooden ships, which are just heavy gun platforms. Most of the crew are just going to be, you'll have a small selection of officers and support staff in terms of carpenters, surgeons, cooks, the surgeons assistants, and the navigators. You'll have maybe 150 to 200 Marines or sailors, soldiers on the ship. The bulk of the crew are just used for maintaining the ship and in combat manning your guns. And so you can just imagine each ship having 2 to 3 gun decks, and that's all the decks are for. It's just for guns. And ships are called ships of the line, but there are various ratings to it, which is just dependent on the firepower carried by each ship. So no doubt the first and foremost are the first rates. Now this is what any fleet admiral will use as his flagship. These are all ships that are armed with 100+ cannons. Considering the smallest cannons tend to be at least a 12-pounder, with the ones on the lower gun deck each firing a 34, 32-pound cannonball. You can imagine the firepower that these vessels have. So they're obviously very few, but you don't want to get a broadside by them. Considering their broadsides are greater than the total firepower of other ships. Then you have the second rate, which consists of 90 to 98 guns. And they kind of were the flagships for admirals if they were serving overseas. So if you had the British fleet of, say, North America, the admiral will be having a second rate. They were the only difference besides the guns was they were kind of a bit cheaper to build. So you could kind of afford to lose these, relatively speaking. Then the most important were the 2-deck third-rate ships of the line.